Namaste and welcome to yet another journey through ancient India with me, the selfish philosopher. Today, I am going to discuss a topic that is very relevant in the modern times, but this was discussed in much detail in ancient India thousands of years ago. I am talking about the much controversial topic of different genders and sexualities and how ancient India perceived them. If you like to watch more videos about ancient India, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. So, without further delay, let's begin. In ancient Indian texts, there are deities or heroes whose attributes or behavior can be interpreted as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, or have elements of gender variance and non-heterosexual sexuality. The Vedas, Mahabharatam, Ramayanam, and the Puranas, as well as the regional folklore, are full of such characters. Let us explore some of them in today's video. Ardhanarishwara is created by merging of the god Shiva and his consort Parvati, whose half right body is male while the left half is female. The name Ardhanarishwara means the Lord whose half is a woman. This form of Shiva represents the totality that lies beyond duality and is associated with communication between mortals and gods and also between women and men. Alain Danielou says that the hermaphrodite, the homosexual, and the transvestite have a symbolic value and are considered privileged beings, images of the Ardhanarishwara. And this is the sublime culture of ancient India. In the Bhagavata Purana, Vishnu takes the form of the enchantress Mohini in order to trick the Asuras into giving up Amrita, the elixir of life. Shiva later becomes attracted to Mohini and their physical union results in the birth of a son named Ayyappa, whose famous temple is the Shabarimala in Kerala, where women of fertile age are prohibited from entering. According to Tamil versions of the Mahabharatam, Krishna took the form of a woman and married Aravan. This was in order to give Aravan the chance to experience love before his death, as he had volunteered to be sacrificed. Krishna remained in mourning as a widow form for some time after Aravan's death. This marriage and death of Aravan is commemorated annually in a rite known as Thali, during which Hijras take the role of Krishna Mohini and marry Aravan in a mass wedding, followed by an 18-day festival. Shikhandi is a character in Mahabharatam. He was originally born as a girl named Shikhandini to Drupada, the king of Panchala. Drupada, who was obsessed with having a son, kept her sex a secret, raised her as a man, trained her in warfare, and arranged for her to marry a female. On the wedding night, Shikhandini's wife discovered that her husband was a female and insulted her. Shikhandini fled to the forest but met a yaksha who exchanged his sex with hers. Shikhandini returned as a man with the name Shikhandi and led a happy married life with his wife and children. After his death, Shikhandi's masculinity was transferred back to the Yaksha. Arjuna himself is an example of gender variance. When Arjuna refused her amorous advances, the Apsara Urvashi cursed Arjuna that he would become a kleba, meaning a member of the third gender. Krishna assured Arjuna that this curse would serve as the perfect disguise for Arjuna during his last year of exile. Arjuna took the name Brihannala and dressed in women's clothes, causing the curse to take effect. Thus, Arjuna gained entry into the city ruled by King Virata, where he taught the arts of music and dance to the Princess Uttara and her female attendees. The story of Ila, a king cursed by Shiva and Parvati to alternate between being a man and a woman each month, appears in several traditional Hindu texts. After changing sex, Ila loses the memory of being the other gender. During one such period, Ila marries Buddha, the god of planet Mercury. Although Buddha knows of Ila's alternating gender, he does not enlighten the male Ila, who remains unaware of his life as a woman. The two live together as man and wife only when Ila is female. Agni, the god of fire, wealth, and creative energy, has same-sex sexual encounters that involve accepting semen from other gods. Although married to the goddess Swaha, Agni is also shown as being part of a same-sex couple with Soma, the god of the moon. Agni takes a receptive role in this relationship, accepting semen from Soma with his mouth, paralleling Agni's role in accepting sacrifices from earth to heaven. Orthodox Hinduism emphasizes that these are Mithuna or ritual sexual encounters, and Agni and his mouth represent the feminine role. In Vedic literature, Mitra and Varuna are portrayed as icons of affection and intimate friendship between males. The Sanskrit word Mitra means friend or companion. They are depicted as riding a shark or crocodile together while bearing tridents, robes, conch shells, and water pots. And with the waxing and waning of the moon, they interchange their seed-producing and receiving roles in sex. Krittivasa Ramayana contains the story of two queens that conceived a child together. When the famous king of the Sun dynasty, Maharaja Dilipa, died, the Devas became concerned that he did not have an heir. Shiva appears before the king's two widowed queens and commands, "You two make love to each other, and by my blessings you will bear a beautiful son." And thus was born the great King Bhagiratha, and he is credited with bringing the Ganga river down to earth through his austerities. In one version of Ramayanam, while Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita were leaving Ayodhya, the people of the kingdom accompanied them. But Rama asks all the men and women to go back to their homes. Saying this, Rama leaves. But when Rama returns victoriously after 14 years, he sees a group of people still waiting at the border of Ayodhya. They were transgenders. Since they were neither men nor women, they obeyed Rama's orders and did not go back home. Touched by their piety, Rama gives the transgenders the unique boon to have the auspicious power to bless any event at its beginning. The Bhagavati Devi of Kottankulangara temple in Kerala is considered today to be the goddess of cross-dressing, and more than 5,000 male worshippers dress as women each year for the ritual Chamayavilakku festival. Temple leaders say that the tradition has been in place for hundreds of years and continues to this day. The Sushruta Samhita, a highly respected medical text dating back to at least 600 BC, mentions two different types of homosexual men. Kumbhika, men who take the passive role in anal sex, and Ashekya, men who devour the semen of the other men, as well as transgender people, Shanda, men with the qualities, behavior, and speech of women. It also states that men who behave like women or women who behave like men are determined as such at the time of the conception in the womb. The Sushruta Samhita also mentions the possibility of two women uniting and becoming pregnant as a result of the mingling of their sexual fluids. The Arthashastra of Kautilya represents the principal text of secular law and illustrates the attitude of the judiciary towards sexual matters. Heterosexual vaginal sex is proposed as the norm by this text, and legal issues arising from deviation therefrom are punishable by fines and in extreme cases by capital punishment. Homosexual acts are cited as a small offense punishable by a fine. It punishes non-vaginal sex with a small fine. However, women are fined less than men. Thus, ancient Indians recognized, acknowledged, and celebrated gender and sexuality in all its possible forms thousands of years ago. If you enjoyed today's video as much as I did, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until we meet again, keep seeking knowledge and keep learning more about ancient India. Namaste.